One of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Green Bay Packers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Hey, Mike 7.
Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Allen. Airing one out for Crowder. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Brissett to throw on first. And he will find his man on the outside. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Check it out, read.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. This one caught by Crowder. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And able to find Kirk complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's make these big half. Shift. Rush in. Bridgestone, Travis. Regular. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Watch the twitch. Alert. Check 25. Watch out.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Bring it. Mike 51. Catch it. Check. Fresno.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Hey, Delta. I know he ain't got it.
Now Allen. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And complete to Zach Ertz. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Go. Switch. Switch. Fight to be one. Fight. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
50 wants the mic. 50 wants the mic. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Check. Chill out. Bang, 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 bang.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Check 26. Check 5 wide. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that point.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big run that time by Elliott. 53 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Brissett. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Point after up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard
Right there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Bravo. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Sam. Switch. SOS.
Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Call that a loss loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Letting you know right now, you better bring 90 is a mic. 3 butts, 3 butts, 3 butts. 90 is a
Brissett. Going deep here for Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 51 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Showing up, showing up.
Now Elliott. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Ezekiel Elliott, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Alert, alert, alert. 50, Mike's 50.
From the gun, Allen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jets will extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky.
First down, Brissett. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. And this one's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Alert. Same on. Check 37.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. On the Jets sweep, they get this to Cooks.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. 50's the mark. Ready?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. There he goes inside the 30. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
That's an excellent run right there on 2nd and long. Didn't get back all of it, but a huge chunk. Now they're in 3rd and manageable and back on schedule and trying to pick up a first down.
He can run for it, and he will. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw again on second down. Brissett looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the pass. Deuce, 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 deuce. Motion. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's third down now. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. You got nothing with that. You got nothing.
Operating from the gun. Allen. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, running the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On second down, Elliott. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. White now to return. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down.
And the Jets 1st down.
Allen now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. He's tired of me.
To the air, Allen. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Jets.
Let's go. 54 Mike. Rabbit. Ready to sing. Pull it. Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's caught here by Adams. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
From the 25 on second down. Brissett looking left side. He's got it. Complete. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first and 10, Brissett drops it underneath to Elliott.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Looking deep for Adams. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got it. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
Allen gonna throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
17 yards. First down.
Allen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Let's go, V, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 3, check 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Let's go, D.
A first throw for the backup, Jackson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch,
Yeah.
but still,
No yardage.
Okay.
Watch the eye. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. All you get is a headache. Let's go.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, And that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Switch. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift.
Out of the gun, Brissett. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back 3-yard pickups. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. Hey, we got
Now Brissett on 4th down. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
On first down, Farrell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
No, she's singing. She's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, a pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
This is caught at the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that...
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Ja'Kai Polite. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And that's complete to Adams. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. The point after is good. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have got it. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Right. Down on the right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Hey, Alpha. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Gun.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Allen, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Slam. On 52. Hey, Mike 51. Smooth. That's trash. 51.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he connects with Ertz. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Watch number 5. No chance.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And his throw here is incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. But it's going to be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as... And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 20. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. The Packers on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be third and a mile. To throw is Brissett. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Looking deep for Hilton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here.
Allen on the keeper. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Packers' 37-yard line.
51. 51. Check the outs. Check the outs. Check the outs.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Allen on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play. And it's third down.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate.